Hey, Dreammates here. Welcome to episode 2 of Starfield, where we're going to continue right from where we left off before when I was getting attacked at the end of last episode, and go through some Crimson Fleet here, learn a little bit more of our ship's combat, and hopefully continue on through the storyline here. I can show you some things we might not have known or probably already know and just kind of want to watch. But let's see if we can get to level 2 and continue on our way through the main game here. Just paused because I was being attacked by Crimson Fleet. So let's, just like the mission says at the bottom here, deal with the Crimson Fleet. So let's do that.
Our mission. In short, they are after the frontier and will not stop. We will need to deal with the local Crimson Fleet captain. A recent scan indicates an abandoned facility on the nearby moon of Kreet, a perfect staging area for pirates.
Say X to travel. However, you can hit start, bring up your main menu, and you can go over to the star map here, and basically you can travel over to where you need to go. So B to zoom out a little bit more into the actual solar system itself, and then you say, oh, okay, we can go over here. So you can click on Greet, and it'll bring you in a little closer, and it says, do you want to set course to Greet? That's another way to do it. Also, if you hit select and bring up your missions, you can go into your missions. So there's 3 different ways. I think there's actually even more than 3. But you can go into here and highlight your mission. I only have one right now. And it's show on map, and it'll bring you right into here. So that's kind of another quick way to do it. That's usually how I do it, is go into the quest menu and have them bring it up, because you don't have to go to the solar system, you don't have to do all that stuff. It just automatically zooms you in right on where you gotta go. So that's usually what I end up doing. And yeah, let's, so it sets course, and let's just...
Facility with our Crimson Fleet captain is on the surface.
Okay, so we want to planet map. This is where... Oh. Okay, so it opens up your map for you. So now that we have flown over to here, we can actually do the same thing to get in there and actually land. I think they could have made it a little more cohesive. Because, like I said, there's 3 different ways that you can travel to the thing. So maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe it was something that they did on purpose, but I definitely usually deal with a mining facility. So there is a mini map in the bottom left corner. I believe it's just your watch.
According to the scanners, the abandoned.
Let's actually check and make sure I got a good weapon. This one's probably not the best one. I think I got something better. I had one of these in Legendary on my other character. I know I really like the feel of it. But I just don't like what I did. And again, I keep on changing the view. Okay, let's do this here. So this map is absolutely horrible. Like, you know, your character right here, why is it like a double shaded diamond? You do have the area you're facing so you can tell, but why do you do, like, what's the need of the topography of the area? What's the need? Like, why not give you more information? I mean, there is some stuff here that has the thing, but, well, I guess it does have some information, but these maps is just really silly, especially when you're in the city. More on a planet, they work a little bit better because you can see, hey, my ship's here, this is where I need to go. Yeah, it feels weird. It really feels weird, but yeah, I was meaning to get to a weapon. So you can actually equip a weapon this time instead of unequipping the other one. There we go. Probably have very so yeah, that's the facility we're going to. Probably enemies there.
Be careful, Captain. Alien creatures are often unpredictable. These are United Colonies markings, but we are in Freestar Collective space. It then stands to reason that this was once a secret UC facility.
I guess we're just gonna clear the area, clean anything out of here that I like, and yeah, a lot of this stuff is of this stuff is kind of useless. These ones, cred sticks, that's actually something you got deluxe as well. Your code came on the back of that. So that's something, if you got the deluxe edition, you could have those cred sticks for yourself. Got it, guys. Too quiet, too docile. Somebody got killed in here anyway. Just a scientist. Doesn't name claims, just scientist. You want to make a game feel a little bit more realistic, give him a name. Like, even World of Warcraft, they didn't have, like, scientist as his thing. It would have been, like, you know, Mark the Scientist or something like that. Just, there's names, there's billions of possibilities of names. Just give him a name. Don't call him scientist. You'll feel a little more personal if he has a name. I know I'm being overly critical with this game, but there's a lot of things that it deserves. And I'm kind of highlighting some of them there for you. Stuff I don't like. It's not a bad game. I would say it's a good game, but there's definitely some better communication that needs to be going on between the teams and the people that are making them, like interface with the system. You gotta talk to coworkers and say, hey, I'm using this color palette. What are you using? Just so it stays the same. Here's something.
I will assist you in combat.
So there's things that are relevant to this game and things that are irrelevant. For the most part, you can just pick up things that are of good value. I would say anything over about 300 is good. So this one, no, probably not worth grabbing. That one's gonna put out a good thing.
I repeat, the terror morphe is loose. Do not engage. If you can reach
Oh man! So here, let's go into this one. So this one, it has a cream and gray, just like one of the other ones. So that one's not so bad. But that's just like a computer system thing. You could search through it and find out what's going on a little more here. But the game doesn't have a whole lot of story other than the main storyline. So it's not like Fallout where you're gonna find out what's happening there too much, but you're not gonna. It's going to show you. So you're not gonna go and find out what's exactly happening. So, well, I guess you can to a certain extent. I guess they're gonna do the same thing that they did. So you can go in there and find out more what's been happening here. Save. So there we go. So Digipicks, these are valuable. They're good to have because you can save. So lockpicking, it's annoying, but it's not so bad if you know a couple of tricks. So the trick is you see the outside ring being highlighted, the inside ring being shaded. So what you do is you just line up your digipicks on what you think might do it. So that one's probably correct. With those two, let's see here. So this one is probably fills up 3 of the 5 in the gray shaded area. This one does 2 of the actual lit up area. These 2 here, because the first one has those 2, the third one has those 2. So the outside ring is covered. The inside ring has those 3, so it would be the 2 that would be kind of straight across here. It would be right there. So now that they've kind of all been put in place, you just go in there and make sure they're good. So that one's obviously not the so you just go to the next one, because in order to access the next ring, you have to get rid of the outside ring. So you got that, but they're all lined up, so you just need to hit A a bunch of times and it'll open it up for you. But that's the easy way of lockpicking for you. Make things easier on yourself. Because they do start getting pretty complicated. That was a very, very easy one. That was a very easy one. Alright, so there's probably more hostiles. But higher rate of fire. I'm not mistaken, but we'll find out. Beginning here, you kind of just gotta take what you can get as far as anything with ammunition. You can't really be picky. Weapons out. More rounds. I might need to just go and melee everybody and just cut them apart. Because I don't have any rounds for anything. Rescue axe.
Avoid getting shot. You might die.
Oh!
own survival.
Pretty effective weapon. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, case. Equinox. Some cartridges for it. Oh, hell. When I was first playing through, I grabbed those microscopes because I set 200 as my mark as to, hey, it's worth it saving. And I ended up spending hours in this place, and all I did was pick up stuff and realized when I actually got a point to sell it, it's not worth even touching the stuff. I'm hoping that I'm not overly, don't have too much gain going on, and you guys can hear my buttons click. I find that actually annoying for myself when I'm editing, so I'm hoping that my gain's good enough that you're not hearing me click or anything, but still hearing me under.
Hold them up here while Brogan sets up on the roof. I'm on it. No one's getting through. Huh? Striker, go!
Look at me, I'm coming through.
Repositioning! Oh, I need to take this girl down! Huh? Already lost!
But here it is.
Quite a few hits though. Again, but I don't know why I keep hitting select instead of start. For that, I do. I maybe it's. Maybe I'll get better and not hit that button as much as I do, but definitely keep hitting it. Just switches views a lot of times. Those are watching before. You guys are working on it. I do have a Digipick for it. Go to the second one. Would be probably the inner ring on the 3 there. This one, it would be that. See, now this is a possibility that that is the inner ring as well, instead of those 3, but where would those other 3 go on this outer ring? That's the question. So it's got to be an inner ring thing. And this one is not an inner ring either. It can't be. It's the only place it goes. So this one's probably the other inner ring. And this one will be the outside ring. So that one's in place, that one's in place, that one's in place with the 3 bottom left and the 2 bottom right. So we can just go through and click the outside rings first. And just hit the good. There you go. And yeah, the more you do it, the easier it becomes for you. Yeah, it becomes kind of second nature after a while doing that. But there's also, when you get to like the very hard, there's like 4 or 5 rings to watch. But yeah, it's just as simple as that. We're looking at here. And I should probably try and get through here instead of talking about putting everything in watch. Can't get through this place. Another opportunity for some more looting. this one has a name, Hayden Wynn. So this guy has a name, but the other one's just scientists. That's almost lazy if you think about it. So the other ones are all named scientists, but this one's named Hayden Wynn. So I guess, you know, I can find out what might actually be happening, like reading and stuff, but it's just gonna take up time, and I think
I'm detecting a safe nearby. We could make use of whatever is inside, provided you had some digipicks and a disregard for personal property rights.
so this one's probably these three, no? Probably here. There's those three on the inner ring. And that isn't perfectly lined up for the inner ring. That's the outer ring. These ones would be the other ring. So again, yeah, it just makes it easier on yourself. A little bit more easier becomes second nature. I don't know if that's like a pro tip or how to get through them, but it definitely something I found to make it easier for myself is not just focus on one ring, and 'cause sometimes there's multiples that be used on the inner rings and outer rings, which make it crazy to try. But look like somebody might be sleeping. It's just alright, let's keep going. Trying to loot everything I get to the ground. Okay, so we actually want to go up to the roof. So we can get through this piece of the quest here. We can tag it on the description. Headhunter's Deep Mining Space Helmet. Again, hitting the wrong button. So it looks identical, but how is it? Oh, it's the affixes that are on there. So oxygen consumption, resources weigh 25% less, deals 25% damage on the next attack after hitting a target's head. So yeah, that's a good one. I like that because that's usually where I'm aiming when I'm firing rounds, is at somebody's head if I can. So that's helpful. That's a good trait for sure. Have to go here.
You gotta be kidding me. The Frontier has a new captain? You working with Barrett, or did you pry the ship keys out of his cold, dead hands?
I'm with Constellation.
Oh, no. You see, maybe your colleague Barrett didn't tell you, but there's a bit of a legend surrounding that ship. That constellation keeps treasure hidden in the cargo bays, the loot from 100 planets, and it's going to be ours.
That statement is partially correct. The Frontier has been to many planets and moons, but the only things held in the cargo bays are spare parts, dust, desiccated food particles, and a variety of species of ant.
I don't care what kind of lies Barrett programmed that robot to say. We're taking that ship.
No, you're not. So you can actually persuade in this game, but it's a series of events.
You're not talking us out of this score.
So yeah, here I'll read what it says because it's easier for me to do that. To persuade a person, you need to be successful and make successful choices. Choices can range from kind words to distractions or to threats. Each choice has a difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the greater the chance the choice fails, but more points you will earn towards succeeding. You have a limited number of choices you can make, but you can never fail if your last choice succeeded. So yeah, you get greater chance, but they're harder to do. You have it wrong. Constellation is explorers group. They aren't treasure hunters. Hey, if you want to trade ships, that sounds good to me. The Frontier creaks when it turns anyways. I just made it past your entire crew. You really want to try your luck against me? I think we'll go with the minimal one.
You willing to give up the ship? Just like that?
You have it wrong. Constellations are, they aren't treasure hunters. Just take a moment and count on how much you've already lost. You don't want to lose weight. You better make a decision or I'll make it for you. I think I just need one more, so I'm going to try the lower end one.
Don't give me that. I know that ship is stocked with...
Okay, ship doesn't have anything on it. You're chasing a fairy tale. Just take a moment and count how much you've already lost. You want to lose one more. No one has to get hurt here. I think no one has to get hurt
The
here.
only one who's gonna get her. I've heard enough out of you.
Protocol Indigo dictates that I am to return to the lodge.
Hit the wrong button. Let's see if I actually have. So I do have something like this one. Not really at all.
With no lead.
Set up hotkeys, but I'm not sure. I think we need to figure that out. So Grendel has rounds. Should now be free to travel to Constellation's headquarters without Crimson Fleet interference. So, yeah, you can fast travel your ship by left bumper. So scan creatures, minerals, plants. Each unique item scan progresses your survey data of the planet. Completed survey data can be sold for credits. The scanner mode also unlocks additional features such as building outposts and social skills like diplomacy and intimidation. So basically, when I'm hovering over it, I can fast travel to it, which is
Captain,
a lot more helpful.
To reach the lodge, we must jump to the planet Jemison in the Alpha Centauri system, and then land in the city of New Atlantis. Do not worry, this will all become second nature before too long.
So let's just do one more final thing and head over to New Atlantis. And stuff there. I was kind of thought that's something we might do in this episode, but this game eats up some serious time. Like I didn't even think it was anywhere near 30 minutes, but it is. So even within here, you can go to your missions by clicking select and show on map. It'll zoom out, take you to the correct system, and then zoom back in. Oh no. So we just want to set course here to Alpha Centauri, because Alpha Centauri is the place where we're going to see interface. Yep. level 2, which is cool. Still a little early in the morning here. Nah, it's already on in your ear. But yeah, we'll just land and call the rest of this episode there. Ships, all the good stuff.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Ports. Sometimes they're like really hidden inside buildings, but they're at most ports and you can buy and sell ships. They have a revolving inventory of different things that you can choose and so forth. And so yeah, this is New Atlantis.
I can assure you, this unprovoked attack on the United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible.
Chill here.
For you, Bobby, that includes being your new foster care. My parents aren't...
Hey, thanks for joining me for Starfield Episode 2, where we're continuing on through there. We have gotten over to New Atlantis, gotten through the prologue, learned a little bit of combat, learned a little bit more about looting, how to use digipicks, all that fun stuff there. So next episode we will learn more about New Atlantis. I do have something I need to tell you about New Atlantis, because it's a nice place, but there's also 2 parts to it, but that's for next episode. So something to look forward to for next episode. I do want to thank you for joining me. I hope you had a great time here today. However, reminding you until next time, take care of yourself, your friends, and your family. Take care.